This is the 5th time. um, Banyue combos. 3 chapters and 1 demo. The first chapter includes his combos, ooh, and perfect canceling. Let me just check my keyboard is being recorded, right? Okay. What I want you to learn in this chapter is the basics of input buffering. Input buffering is all of Banyue, and also how his combos are formed. He has 2 main combos. One is very quick and one is strong. Very easy to remember that trade-off. And I would actually recommend doing the stronger variant, the slower one, just because it's very easy to learn how to input buffer and how to perfect cancel. I have many different tips for that. First is doing the first 2 inputs and doing the last one. What that looks like is, if I were to say do AEA or basic special basic, I would do basic special, and then when I want to cancel, basic. It can also be EEA when I input buffer EE, when it's time to cancel, basic. For that demo, that was the stronger combo, AEA, EEA. It can be activated in his input buffering or through the 3rd and 4th hit of his basic attack string. When you're doing this casually, you can actually really just spam his attacks. I like to do that also because it allows me to parry at any instant. Anyways, you can see it, the Mountain Tremor move in his 3rd or 4th hit. 3 base special attack, or 1, 2, 3, 4 special attack. Perfect cancels and cancels within this are easy to remember if you get the rhythm right. What a perfect cancel looks like is a circle will appear on top of the star. A regular cancel is just the star. Doing the perfect cancel means you maximize the damage, however, don't worry about it so much. It's really only noticeable if you do it too early, because that means you won't be able to input, rather complete the attacks. His perfect cancel in the Mountain Tremor to Earth Shaker is when he puts his left fist, ooh, his left fist into the ground, and from Earthshaker back to another move when he lifts it from the ground. What that looks like is punch, lift, punch, lift, punch, lift, punch, lift. You can also chain it mountain, 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 mountain if you ever so want to. And into another move. I don't really recommend doing that. I like keeping them in pairs, the quicker and stronger, just because actually doing them together means you get a overall damage output. There's a little damage multiplier on top of that, so it's free damage. His line's path, his one's path to Line's Roar functions similarly, but literally quite the opposite. It's special attacks instead of basic attacks and basic attacks instead of special attacks. What that means is you can activate one's path through his special attack string. 3rd or 4th again. That's the 3rd. And the 4th. The combo for this is EAE AAE. His perfect cancels is when he steps back, and when he finishes his voice line. It's kind of tricky, but you will get the hang of it. Oops, wrong combo. I got lost. The perfect cancel for this one is a lot more important because if you cancel too early, he will just not do one's path. As you can see, no balls, no damage. That's all you really need to know about input buffering. Well, aside from a few tricks. You can input buffer in many different instances. You can input buffer in his ultimate and chain attack. What that looks like is doing his chain attack here and input buffering. You just need to finish the sequence. Another one is in his ultimate. However, you want to do it after the cutscene and during the animation. Not during this part. During this part. Next, I want to show you how to enter the Visage of Wrath state. And look at that! Our Wrath meter is full. I'm gonna call this the Angry just because he turns red and it's way shorter to say than Visage of Wrath. Entering his Angry state is applicable, or rather, not rather, oops. Entering his angry state can be done in 3 different methods. 2 of them are basically time savers. It's very convenient. And the third is manual. The manual one, you just hold basic attack. In this state, you will get 4 free EX specials and another 4 from the refunds. It totals into 8. As you will see, I will not refund anything, however it will be capped, so it will still stay as 4 plus 4. Evidently, I used my free charges first before my adrenaline. It will always be like that. And lastly, to do the mountain tremor, or toppling mountain rather, you just needed to do 2 different special attacks. 2 different special attacks. And hold basic. Notably, they don't even need to be in the same chain. You can literally do one from the stronger and one from the quicker. As long as they're 2 different specials, you can activate that. Again, and just to demonstrate, it can be automatically entered, his angry state, within a chain attack. Or an ultimate. Any charges that are still there, but will disappear. What? Any charges that are still there will disappear after use Toppling Mountain. For the last chapter, I want to show you the Taunt Cancel. You want to finish a combo first, and then it's a little tricky. I would actually recommend practicing taunts first. How that can be done is just doing a half joystick and holding, pressing shift. What that looks like is just like that. You can be slow, WAS, as long as it's succeeding. WAS, 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 WAS. Oops. His taunt cancel requires you to hold the basic after a combo, WAS shift, and then release. Another burger you can remember. Hold the basic, WAS shift or taunt, release. Basic, WAS shift, release. Simpler terms, hold, taunt, release. Hold, taunt, release. What that does is it allows you to use toppling mountains within a chain attack. This is really only useful when you have Dialyn, because that way you can have two ultimates. I will demo that later. But in practice, and to practice, I would recommend doing the slower and more strong combo first, for the main reason that it is slower. In practice, this is what it looks like. He doesn't need to stay in the Visage of Wrath state so much. Yeah. He doesn't really gain a lot from it, aside from crit damage, but that also persists after. You can also do it in his once path animation, however, it is a lot tighter. Oops, I just missed it. Well, let's try that again. That's what it looks like. To demo, I will show you firstly the double chain attack. How you can do that is just swapping after a perfect cancel. It's very easy, and without Dialyn, it is probably the main go-to. It can also be way easier to use this combo, even with Dialyn, just so you can learn how the adrenaline refunds and all work. For this demo, I'm using Lighter and Panyin Hu. I like using Panyin Hu because his special attack is actually the perfect length to double chain. Again, you want to charge before every battle. And this is what it looks like. He can parry many things. He can even deflect these. One chain, input buffering again, and swap. So I can chain again at Banyue. That's what it looks like. Yeah. If you perfect cancel, you actually don't trigger the chain attack. However, at the end of the combo, it is a lot tighter. I'll show you the dial-in version now with the taunt cancel. But first I have to hide this. Ooh, what happened there? I'm switching accounts. I wonder, have you eaten today? Because I have not. I might, I texted mom a while ago. I was like, hey mom, when are you gonna be done after work? I didn't ask after work. I just said, "You're working today?" I said, "You want to eat Din Tai Fung? I'll treat you." And she hasn't replied yet. It's been like an hour. Maybe she's driving, I don't know. But I'm hungry and I don't know if I should eat beforehand. I might have well, Din Tai Fung. I'll eat beforehand. I'll have some chicken tenders maybe. It'll be good. Hmm. Won't you look at that? Beyonce has saved us. Oh my god. Okay, my microphone is correct. I needed to check that. Oh, okay. This really is the fifth time. For this team, I'm using Dialyn, Lucia, Banyue. Notably, you want to use Lucia's chain attack before Dialyn's. This is so Banyue has enough time to finish his toppling mountain attack. If you interrupt it, he just loses all of the damage from that, and he's not in the Visage of Wrath state anymore. For that reason, you also want to start the chain attack with Banyue. It may take some time getting used to, however, you can do it. If you happen to do it wrong, you can just switch to Banyue and then manually enter Dialyn's special thing. Her Aloha move by holding base attack on her and then switching onto Banyue. Poor Lucia. Oops, and just like that. Oh my god, Beyonce, turn back time. This is just like the fourth one. But hey, my mic is correct, and mom replied. She just said, wow. Very depictive of the situation right now. Anyways. My problem there, I was defensive countering. I was attacking after my defensive assists. And as you can see, that does not really help the timing. Oops. Oops. Well, anyways, I'll show you the improvised version. Lucia into Dialyn. Oops, but not a chain attack. I guess we'll have to do it manually. And if I had more decibels, I could do another ultimate, but I don't. This team does too much damage. I will show you the proper version now, and maybe with the quicker combo. It's very simple when you get used to it. You don't need to do the taunt cancels first. Just remember to input buffer and perfect cancel. That's all you need. And again, it's very simple. AEA, EEA, or EAE, AAE, the direct opposite. And feel free to play this video in to 0.25 speed so you can see my inputs. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna show you the lens path. I'm just not ready. Lucia, Dialyn. This toppling mountain is done. So I can ultimate. And that's perfect. Yes. But that's all. Yeah. Thanks for watching. And I hope it helped you. I'll try to make sure there are diagrams there, but patterns and input buffering. It's really fun. I hope you have fun with Banyue. See you. Bye.